Hello everyone. In this video we shall be discussing a very popular story we all have heard and learned in our childhood. This is a fable authored by Greek philosopher, a storyteller and thinker Aesop. As you can see in the picture, there is a rabbit and there is a tortoise. Yes, this is a story of the rabbit and the tortoise, and we shall be discussing the story of the rabbit and the tortoise in this video. So, we all know what the story goes like. Something like this happens, and then this, and ultimately this. So here we have the story, the actual story. Once a hare saw a tortoise walking very slowly with a happy shell on his back. The hare felt very proud of himself and asked the tortoise, "Shall we have a race?" The tortoise agreed. The whole jungle gathered to witness the race. The race started. Primarily, the hare ran very fast, and when he got tired running, he looked back at his competitor and he saw that the hare was very far from him and was very slow. The proud hare took his victory for granted and decided to rest under a tree for some time. But as soon as he closed his eyes, he went asleep. But the tortoise kept walking as fast as he could. As compared to hare, he walked slowly but steadily. He didn't just stop anywhere and finished the race. Ultimately, the tortoise won the race and the hare lost it. That was all the story about. Now at the end of every story and every fable, we got some lessons and morals. We are not going to discuss the moral of the story in one sentence, which would go like this: slow and steady wins the race. See, in every story, in every competition and in every race, there are someone who becomes victorious and someone who gets defeated. We are not going to go around that someone. The one who are become victorious are certain values and characteristics, and the one who gets defeated are certain values and characteristics. We are going to discuss those values who won the race and those values who lost the race. So who won the race? Number 1, participation with positive approach. The question is, was the tortoise not aware of this fact that he walks very slow? The answer is yes. The tortoise was well aware of his fact that he walks very slow as compared to the hare. But he decides to participate in the race. Not only participate, but to participate with a positive approach. The second one comes the hopefulness. The tortoise was at least hopeful that maybe there are some chances that he is going to win the race. And that's why he participated with a positive approach. Right? We should not give up before the race actually starts by seeing at our competitors, by seeing at the challenge in front of us. The third one is very important, that is consistency. In the race, what made actually the tortoise win was consistency. The tortoise started the race and he finished it until the finishing line. In a nutshell, we can say that the tortoise was consistent, that's why he won the race. And this applies to all the journeys, to all the races. Consistency matters a lot. The fourth one is finish what you have started. See, every of us, including myself, we all start our journey with very much energy and very much enthusiasm. But with a matter of time, we lose the energy and we lose that positiveness, and as a result of which we stop and we think that we will be able to finish the journey later on, and as a result of which our journey never gets finished, our goal is never get achieved. So finishing is very very important. And when I discuss this point, one great cricketer which comes to my mind is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He is well known for finishing the match. So we must be trying to be a finisher and not only just start the race or just start the journey. The next one is giving your best. The tortoise was well aware of this fact that he walks very slower than the rabbit, but still he gave his best. He walked as fast as he could, and that made him win the race. Now let's discuss what are the values and characteristics who lost the race, who lost the competition. Number one, overconfidence. It was the very overconfidence of the rabbit which makes him think that the tortoise is ultimately going to lose the race, and he himself is ultimately going to win the race. Overconfidence sometimes kills talent and skills. The second one is unnecessary pride. The rabbit was having unnecessary pride, which ultimately made him taking things for granted. He took the tortoise for granted and himself for granted that he is going to win the race, and as a result of which he just thought to take a nap, and as a result of that nap he felt asleep, and when he opened his eyes, what he saw was the tortoise actually crossing the finishing line. The next one is very common in all of us: procrastination, delaying things for tomorrow and for some later time. Procrastination was the fact which made the rabbit lose the game, and we can relate it with our lives as well. We all procrastinate in some way or other, and which after some time we actually regret. The next one is considering your opponent weak. If the rabbit would not have considered his opponent weak, he would have not decided to take any nap, and he would have finished the race. So considering your opponent weak is actually very dangerous decision, and actually called what we call as a stupidity. The next one is talent without consistency. See, my dear friends, in this world, all of the humans, all of the animals, they are all having multiple talents and superb amount of talent. We are not lacking actually talent and skills. What we are actually lacking is consistency and discipline. So talent without consistency is waste. Consistency even without talent, as in this race, as in this situation, as in this story, actually wins the race and wins the situation. So that was all the moral of the story about. Ultimately, I would say that this very time, the 21st century, if we can see the history of time, this century in which we are living in is the most competitive and individualistic than ever before. This is the competitive era we are living in. Everywhere there is competition. What we actually need is to be victorious. Otherwise, what will happen is we have to start again, and we have to become victorious. Otherwise, the same process will start again and again. So to win any race, to win any competition, what we actually need is written on the left side of the screen, and what we should avoid and must avoid is written on the right side of the screen. So that was a small effort to make our lives better and to remind that we must be moving in right direction. So that was all the purpose of this video. Thank you very much.